Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with simplertrading.com. Tonight's free video, I wanted to bring you a couple of tickers that I am watching into next week for the potential of trend continuation. Now, Peloton has been an interesting story where since the last earnings report, it's seen some general pretty bullish consolidation, right? Here's the report. Here's kind of the move after where we've mostly been trading sideways. So I like the idea that if this zone continues to hold, if we can keep printing above 45, well then there's a chance to move up into 52. So the move may not happen next week, but if next week is stable for this stock, that's when you want to try to pursue it, I think for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So that's just one idea. Put it in your trading plan, make sure that it kind of fits all of your risk parameters, but I think it'll be worth keeping an eye on. Another is NVIDIA. So in this environment, I just think there's a chance of seeing more inflow into things that continue to do very well. It's a very basic trend following technique, but it's just saying, NVIDIA did well on the earnings report. The move just crushed everybody that was buying options, right? You usually focus on selling premium around earnings, but it's just the idea that if next week is stable, and I like mapping off, in this case it's interesting to see the day after earnings, was still all inside a relatively tight range. If this range can continue for the next 2 or 3 days and we continue to have daily closes above the low of 348.53, look for a tradable move into 380, right? It's just saying if that continuation all holds up and if the stock acts like it's supposed to, then you can look for kind of these shorter duration trades where you don't have to have a lot of exposure to the market for a long period of time, right? Ideally catch it over just a couple of days, and these are some good continuation moves that I think should be setting up. Now beyond meat, maybe not as clean, but I would just have you look at the same thing where this is what was resistance. We're kind of chopping through this right now as far as the range is concerned, but same kind of thinking where if this range remains intact and we start trying to get a little bit above it, there's probably a swing trade into 150. So not trying to get in these names and hold them for months or anything like that, but if they act the way they're supposed to, they should be good for continuation, and they're worth having in your watch list as you get into next week. So y'all have an excellent 3-day weekend, and I will see you at the next free video.